So one of the things I will do other than collecting my own material, I'll pick some of the stuff out of the random, unsorted, ungraded material that they have at the rock shop that I like to visit. And you're never really sure when it comes to this material because it's not categorized. Like anything could be in here. Sometimes they have windows, nothing particularly pretty on that one necessarily. Got some weird details on there. I could see why they wouldn't want to put that in with other material. But the nice thing about these is I'm probably not going to be disappointed if it's something that I'm not expecting. It's, it's better than what it looks like on the outside, so, that's already a win. Kind of blah. Let's find out what's inside. Let's start with the big one, and then we'll move into some of these other ones. I don't want to reveal them too soon. So, yeah, here's that first one. Hard to tell what that's going to be. Not much that it's really showing us other than that, but that's not going to polish, so what are we going to get out of this? Let's see. Well, kind of reminds me a little bit of our cold water agates, this kind of oolitic or orbicular pattern. There's some cool spray in here. So, not any banding. Kind of cool rock though. Still going to be interesting to polish that one. Maybe this will come out a little bit more and we'll get some more detail on that. Cool nonetheless. Cool to see what's inside. Let's go for this one. I'm going to keep this one from showing itself. It'll be difficult with me. Alright, here's another one. Kind of blah. Nothing really interesting on the outside, just you pick this up on the street and you're just like, that's a cruddy looking rock. Well, let's see what it looks like on the inside. You never know. Well, it was definitely more interesting than the outside. Not seeing a lot that's exciting. Some interesting detail. There's a colored piece right there, kind of a yellowish. Got some frosty bits in here that look kind of neat. A lot of brown. Some blacks. I have to see how that's polished. So, sometimes I can kind of tell that, okay, yeah, this is probably some of the material that I've bought. So in this case, this looked like the orange skin Madagascar agates. Now I cut this end off just because it was not going to be good for tumbling. So yeah, you can already tell. A lot of quartz in there, but I like quartz. It doesn't bother me. Real crumbly though. We'll have to see how that goes when we try to polish. And yeah, okay. About what I expected, but I like the peach color. It's pretty. Very icy looking interior. that quartz. Not really any noticeable druzy geode pocket or anything, but kind of cool. Neat little window. And the outside will be pink, hopefully. Pink and peachy. I saved these for a little bit later because they're smaller, but they're also kind of cool. So, got this interesting green exterior one. This one that's just kind of dirty but looks translucent. And then this one that's brown with white underneath. Could be anything. Really just never know. So, we'll do this one first. A lot of white. Had this awkward part right here. It's not gonna tumble very well, so I might have to trim that off, but we'll see. Sometimes it kind of takes care of itself, or maybe I'll leave it. Not that exciting on the outside, no nice windows. So, what does it have inside for us? Ooh, I love this one. Got a nice geode pocket in there, a little bit of botryoidal with druze on it. And those bands look really good in that kind of orangey brown. There's definitely a little fracture here on both sides. Not bad, but I have to say that's very pretty. Very lacy. Not real tight banding, but real nice. This one. Still surprised when I find some of these. Yeah, you can tell that's going to be pretty nice. I decided what to cut on here. I wanted to keep away from those windows and have one that's got a good amount of things that are showing. So when I tumble it, there's more of that exposed agate. So cut it right through there, and then you can also maybe make some little slabs that you can make into jewelry. Here we go. Very nice. Love the color. Interesting that the pink doesn't go up here on this side, but it does go all the way up on that side. And a little geode in the middle. I like those. A little flame. And my last one, the funky green exterior one. No idea what to expect on that one. You can see there's some banding going on in there. A little bit maybe there. A little bit of window there. That's the best window. Okay, how do you cut this thing? Well, went for surface area on this. Here's what we got on the inside. Ooh, that is definitely a pink Botswana agate. And it's mostly just layers and layers and layers of bands. With just a little bit of a quartz pocket right there. A little fracture in the middle, but wow. Did not know what to expect on that one, and that is fantastic.